Good day, gamers. Purple Mentat here, bringing you episode 6 of my Regrowth Let's Play. Couple of big changes since last time. One, I built myself a little bit of a crenellated wall around, well, I added crenellations to my wall? I don't even know if I'm using the right word here. Anyway, I added spider protection. Now they won't be able to climb in, because my single player Regrowth Let's Play world, as most of you should be aware by now if you follow the vlogs or my home webpage, is now a server play series. As you can see, I have 4 of my patrons online with me right now, and, well, they're quite a long distance away, but I will be playing online for the rest of this. Our Reset is entertaining. So yeah, this is an experiment. We'll see how well it works out. If performance becomes an issue, then we're going to move this back to single player, but we will continue the Purple Patron server. And because my base is so far away from everyone else's, I should be able to periodically world edit in my base from single player and, you know, still go hang out with people every now and then. We'll see how it works out. It's an experiment, like I said, and there's gonna be some interesting stuff happening. So, important thing since last time, I have been digging and digging and digging. Whoops, wrong chest. Digging and digging and digging, getting lots of dirt and red sand ready for the next few chests, and I found something really cool. Let's go check it out. Down here in the depths of the earth. Whoops. Super professional here. Left my phone on vibrate instead of turning off the sound entirely. There we go. Oops, missed. Here we are. Down this way. I found, in this cavern system, something really, really useful. Essence berry bush. Ooh, there's more than one. I found the one and then marked it off and then ran back so that I could show you guys collecting it on screen. And now, if I take a look in what the world came to be, I believe. Spelunking fanatic. Little lies underground for you except scary monsters and death. Why would you ever go very far down there? With collecting 1 essence berry bush, I get a detection task. Once I have 16 concentrated essence berries, I will get 6 more essence berry bushes, a full suit of iron armor, and the Force of Habit scroll. What's that? Well, you're just gonna have to wait and find out. So yeah, we're gonna want to set up a tiny little essence berry farm somewhere that's easy to get to, and luckily these things, the essence berries specifically, will happily grow in the open air. Now, why was I mining around down here so far? Because it seemed like fun. Honestly, I like mining. I like being underground. I like digging around. I would make a good dwarf in a Lord of the Rings Minecraft. In fact, I probably would unleash the Balrog by digging too deep and too greedily. That is absolutely what would happen, and then I'd kill it with my bound armor. So yeah, those guys. Can't bone meal them. Can't magic fertilize them either, so we're just gonna have to wait, but they will happily grow in the open air. From what I remember, I don't need to build a dark room for them. Okay, so we got some quests done last time, and this whole area is mostly done except for the Enderference, which I was waiting to get some armor before I tackled. Well, this is going to give me the armor that I need, so we're just gonna let those grow. What I would really like to do now is start working on getting some copper seeds. And as you can see, to get to the copper seeds, I need to finish Cuprous Conduction, which is a repeatable quest that finishes every 3 days. And it gives me, it requires 16 clay, 16 orange powder, and 4 weak essence, and they'll give me 1 essence of copper. Now, the reason that is useful is because that essence of copper, hang on, is used to make the copper seeds. There we go. Copper seeds requires 4 weak essence, 4 essence of copper, and an essence seed. Now, to get that far, well, that's a lot of clay and a lot of floral orange powder. we have the clayconia to handle clay production. That's fine. That'll do. You know, we're all set on that. In fact, if I were to grab a stack of red sand and get this clayconia put down, you know what? That'll be a good spot for it. Let me get another bit of dirt. I like it right there. It's gonna wash out my hydrangea, but that's okay. We can put it back. Put you there. Put you there. Put the clayconia here, and then we can just bump, 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 bump. Go through an entire stack of sand to get the stack of clay that I need really quickly, because I have created a ton of mana so far. In fact, if I just sit here and hold right click, it'll do the job just fine. And if I point there, it'll go even faster. That's actually kind of neat. I'm digging that. Alright, so there we go. We've got our stack of clay. We have plenty of clay now to be able to create all of the copper essence we need. What we don't have, though, is a endlessly renewable, easy source of orange powder. In fact, we have 22 orange powder, and we need 64 of it. So, what we're going to do instead, if you take a look at orange petals, the only recipe you get for those is the mystical orange flowers. But if you take a look at orange, then you can... I gotta warn these people off about giving me spoilers. You will find that there is a mystical orange flower seed waiting for you in AgriCraft, which can be created by combining mystical yellow and red flowers are made with red tulip seeds and poppy seeds. This is why I have been growing all of the various plants. So red tulip and poppy. We're going to put these together. And we're going to work on getting some mystical orange flowers. And because I have an endlessly renewable source of bone meal, we'll get those mature instantly. And move on to... Actually, you know what? Hang on. This is the long-term plan. But I forgot a very important step along the way. So, in my efforts so far to create awesome plants, I have grown a max level sugarcane seed. And we're now going to make use of these max level sugarcane seeds to speed everything else up. Now, this is a mechanic that the creator of the mod has said is questionable, but has not announced any direct plans to change. The way mutations work, as you can see, growth 10, gain 10, strength 10, is it will attempt to create a crossbreed on that area from the two parents, in this case, poppy and sugarcane, and that has around a 20-ish% chance for the low-tier seeds, and an even lower chance for high-tier seeds. If it cannot create a crossbreed between the two, then it will pick one of the two plants at random to become what breeds there. To be able to pick that plant, it has to be able to grow on that terrain. In this case, the poppies are the only thing that can grow on the farmland. Same with the tulips over here. Sugarcane cannot grow on farmland. So when these inevitably branch out, which will happen sooner or later, I am guaranteed for it to be poppies and red tulips. Now, these poppies and these red tulips are 1-1-1. When you get a new plant on a cross crop like this, it will take the stats from whatever plants are around it. And that means that with 1-1-1 and 10-10-10, we should end up with something that averages out somewhere in the middle. So if we do a couple of generations of crossbreeding like this, we should be able to get our poppies and our red tulips to 10-10-10 before we start breeding them together. At which point, anything that we do breed out of them, like our mystic red flowers, will automatically be 10-10-10 without us needing to do all of this nonsense that I've been working on over here. And you know what? It occurs to me that this is an inefficient setup. You get me working on things live on camera this episode. Don't worry about that compost bin. We'll be covering that in a moment. Because it would be a lot better for me to set up a bit of sand here with the sugar cane. And then I can have 4 different flowers being improved all at once. Because it is possible to make a mystical flower seed for every color of flower. You just need to make sure you actually have all of the various flowers. Like daisy and white tulip gives me my mystic white. So I'm definitely going to want to improve my white tulip, my daisy. I'm glad I have an endless supply of bone meal with the way that I waste it, especially this episode. My red tulip and my poppy. There we go. Fantastic. Nope, those are too far away from light, I guess. Light levels for bone meal are an issue. There we go. Now everything's up to mature. Okay, so now, ooh, and as you see, this already became poppy seeds, and if I punch that down and I go and analyze these poppy seeds, instead of being 111, they are 666. Nice. And then I can just repeat the process with my 666 poppies, throwing away these 111 poppies, and when they grow again, well, darn it. I tried to make it so that I was less likely to fall in the lava, and it made it harder for me to throw things away. Once they grow again, I will be in... They will be even higher stats. I believe that they'll average out to 888 this way. And it should take, I think, 4 generations to get to 10, 10, 10. We'll find out. In any case, this can sit alone in process, and I can finish this process off camera now that I've shown you how it all works. I have something else very important to cover, and it is, in fact, that compost bin. Ooh, you can hear the spider, but he's stuck underneath my wall. Silly spider. Can't get to me. We'll be improving our defenses before the end of this episode as well. So, this compost bin is from Garden Core, and is very, very important, because in a future version of the mod pack, 0.7.0, which is coming sometime soon, I believe, the magical crops will not grow on farmland. You will need to use garden soil, and I believe that you will have to till that garden soil, which you can't do just yet. You can't put crops on it, and you cannot use a mattock to till it yet. You'll be able to in the future. For now, though, because technically all of this progression is impossible in a future version, I am just going to get my garden soil production going so that you guys can see what you'll need to do to have the garden soil in the case that you start this pack after this update happens. And to do that, what you're going to need to do is first you need to make that compost bin. And that's actually pretty simple. I don't have everything I need because I just used all my sticks. Hang on a second. We can fix this. Wait for me. More sticks. Good, good. There we are. You look up that compost bin. They are made with 3 slabs and 6 sticks each. So we're going to make 2 more compost bins, and they actually move relatively quickly. What you're going to want to do, you put down your compost bin, and you fill it with some sort of plant. I'm going to be using carrots and potatoes because they're cheap, and you know what? I could probably even use wheat. I have so much of it. So if I right-click the compost bin, it opens up a little window, and if I put in 1 carrot, you can see that it begins processing and starts filling up that bar, and then there's a little particle effect over top of it. It's going to require 8 bits of plant for each piece of, I believe it's called enriched soil. Let me take a look. Yes, this is the stuff that you're looking for. So we're going to get these compost bins going to start creating us enriched soil. You can use a lot of different plant products. Ooh, you cannot use wheat. Interesting. Not everything, but you can use a lot of different things. Let's see if we can use sugarcane. Nope, can't use sugarcane. So you can use carrots and potatoes at least. You'd think I would have researched this a little bit better before I started this, but that's okay. And then it uses up 8 and creates 1 of these enriched soils. Then all you need to do is combine that enriched soil with a piece of dirt, and you get garden soil. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of my farm space is dedicated to magic crops, which means I'm going to need 96 garden soil. Luckily, I have lots of plants going and can very easily collect a ton of carrots and potatoes just by grabbing all of these. And if I spend a little bit of time with my sugarcane and these guys, it's going to be a little more difficult because sugarcane can breed with both potatoes and carrots, but I should be able to upgrade whatever the top level seed that I currently have to 10, 10, 10 fairly easily. I'm going to finish collecting all of my farmlands. This is something that you can end up spending a lot of time at, is just punching down the farmlands, collecting stuff. So yeah, it's not that annoying of a process. It's something you're going to need to do to be able to progress in the future, so get on it now and save yourself some annoyance later. And these compost bins move relatively fast, so it's going to be a grind. You're going to need to live without your magic crops a little bit longer than I did if you start the pack after this point. And yeah, that should take care of everything. Huh. Essence berry bushes grow slowly. I really hope I'm not misremembering that and that, you know, they don't actually need darkness. And wow, this guy's not exactly growing fast either. Oh well, it'll get done when it gets done. Okay, let's improve our fortifications. So you'll notice I have a ton of sugarcane on hand. That's because we're going to make some Energistics. These 5 sugarcane make 5 sticks, and it takes 5 sticks per space. So I'm just going to make a bunch of these right now. Gonna hop over the wall. Now the problem is, and the reason I need these so badly, underneath the wall is not a place that is really all that safe. Skeletons and zombies can hide under there without problem. So we're going to set up every other space Energistics. And the reason for this is to kill spiders. Ah, hello creeper. Whew. I'm glad that was a special kind of creeper that didn't destroy the cracked sand. You. Die. Come back. I'm not done killing you. There we go. See, there's a spider right there that would be dead and waiting to be looted if I had set these up earlier. Now, this means that I need to be a little careful because, ow, they cause slowness too and a fair bit of damage with all 5 of them there. The reason that I wanted 5 per space is because it causes them to do a lot more damage that way. Spiders are not aggressive during the daylight, so I can just kind of push them on top of there and wait. That was a little evil. Alright, I'm going to finish getting these set up and do some more crossbreeding, get some more stuff set up, and when I'm ready to continue, I shall return. Alrighty, still growing and crossbreeding and composting and grindy bits, but having a good time doing it because, I don't know, something about this pack, I just love the farming. So a couple of things on technique. If you want lots of 10-10-10 seeds, well, you can very easily cut down like 4 or 8 out of the 16 and then regrow them pretty quickly. 2, if you want to make the most out of an area, you're probably going to want to rely on the fact that you have lots of these seeds rather than trying to efficiently fit them in with the using 4 crosses per seed. You're just going to want to mass produce the seeds and use 2 crosses per seed. Speaking of which, my essence seeds, the best I could get out of that field was an 867. Well, we're going to put both of those down and we're going to use magic fertilizer to, or actually no, we can use bone meal on the essence seeds to get those to mature quickly and start them crossing. And we're going to get the rest of our flowers down. And I believe that what I'm going to end up doing here is I'm going to strip down the potato, carrot, cotton, basically all of these fields are all going to be stripped down to find the best seed I can out of them. And I'm going to start using this area as the upgrade station. And we're going to do this for all of the different flowers, the pink tulips, the orange tulips, the blue orchids, dandelions, alliums. All of those are going to get boosted up And we're going to try to get all of our farms... Ooh, I am out of bone meal. Well, we can fix that using the skeleton seeds. Well, the skeleton soul essence stuff from over here. Harvest the field once and end up with 18. It means a couple of them improved, which is nice. There we are. Stop that. More bones. Almost a stack of bones, which is going to be multiple stacks of bone meal. Yay. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, we're going to get all of the seeds that we have slowly up to 10, 10, 10. Right now, my biggest goal is to get the flowers up there so that I can start producing the mystic flower seeds. And I think that I'll do some of this grinding off camera and end up showing some of the crosses on camera. Between this episode and next, I'm just going to spend a lot of time grinding to upgrade seeds. And as you can see, I'm also attempting to create more of the 10-10-10 sugarcane over here. But you know what? That's just slow and inefficient compared to just grabbing up the ones that are already done. Putting down some more crops over here. There we go. And getting these moving too. Because anything that I have on one of those, I'll easily be able to have a cross on both sides. And that should speed things up a bit. Like, we're going to get our pink tulips, orange tulips, blue orchids, dandelions, and alliums done a lot faster. And now it's just a matter of monitoring, and when I see that one of these crosses is gone, and I have a new plant there, grab up that plant, and put it in place of whatever... See, like right here, we already have a dandelion there. I'm not even going to bother analyzing, honestly. I can just put that cross back down and replant this, because I know that that's going to be better than what was already there. And I'll do that for 4 generations per seed, and we're going to get rid of all of our crappy, low power early seeds that we created all at 111. Fantastic. Yay, more essence berries. Only 9 more and we'll be good. I so wish that I could bone meal those. Alright, so you may have noticed that inventory management in this pack is a bit of a mess. Well, we do have a fairly early quest we can do to help with that, and that is for the Baggins bags. We're going to make a tier 1 white bag out of wool, string, and a chest. And we've been farming lots and lots of cotton to make that easily possible. Grab out my cotton here. Ooh, I hear a spider. Yeah. Enriched soil is progressing. We're still not at the 96 that we need, but we're very, very close. So that's something. Pretty happy about that. And you, I need my spruce wood. Here we are. So make a chest real quick. And we're going to need 4 string and 4 wool. Well, wool is made just like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then string is a lot easier than that. It only requires 3 cotton. And then we can very quickly make that bag. And it's just a bag. It goes around with you and is very easily, it's very portable. It's very nice. I like it. You can upgrade a bag with, as soon as you have iron ingots. We're not going to be doing that right away. But what we can do is hand in the quest to create the bag in the first place. Comes with baggage. Being able to carry a bit more stuff while you travel could come in handy. A weave of wool should be strong enough to carry a bunch of items. It'll also give us a separate lime bag. So now we have 2 bags of 2 different colors that we can use to keep track of our goodies. That'll be pretty nice. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of reason to leave the base just yet. But it'll be fun to be able to carry things around with me. I'm kind of liking that, actually. So yeah, there's just a fair bit of grind for the seeds at the moment. If you're going to use this method, then you're going to want to keep a space on your hotbar. See where the orange tulip falls? Fill in your hotbar before you pull up the next one, so you know which one you're replanting. And then, yeah, just keep bone mealing and keep getting everything back to mature. Like, I did not check before I grabbed the allium seeds. Now I'm going to have to analyze them because I have no idea which is which. 122, 666. That's a little better. And just to make sure that I did the right one, yep, Orange tulips, 1, 2, 2. Excellent. Now, when things grow, they will never degrade. They'll never go down. New blue orchids. So the blue orchid on 2 is the one I want to replant. So you can safely spread them to pretty much infinitely without much worry. Alright, so there's going to just be a fair bit of grinding and grabbing up seeds and analyzing and doing all of that fun stuff. I'll be back once I have all of this set for a little bit more questing. Alright, continuing the quest to upgrade all of my plants to 10, 10, 10. I've expanded my working area slightly, and you may have noticed that this setup with sugarcane is not going to work with everything. For example, wheat plus sugarcane gets you barley, and essence seed plus sugarcane equals nature seeds, which I'm already up to almost a 10, 10, 10. That's amazing. And even the barley, you add sugarcane again, you get sweet corn seeds. So we're going to need something else. Well, that something is going to be cactus. Cactus seeds are a cross between sugarcane and poppy, which happens on sand. So let me grab my sand, and we're gonna make a couple of cactus seeds if we can. And part of the reason I wanted to wait as long as I did is, we're gonna break that one too. There we go. I wanted to have some 10, 10, 10 poppies to show off what happens when you start with 2 max growth seeds. So now we've got our 10, 10, 10 sugarcane and our 10, 10, 10 poppies. We're going to grow these poppies, and we're going to give it a little bit for these to spread, and hopefully that'll create some cactus for us. Now, unfortunately, the stats on these do not help them cross or spread any faster. That happens at a pretty set rate. And I don't even know if adding growth ticks from something like the Lamp of Growth or from reliquaries, lily pads of fertility, or anything like that will help out either. So yeah, it's just going to be, oh, there we go. Pop, oh no, I'm silly. Those are the ones that I put there. Gonna be that kind of day, folks. All right. But as you can see, when you have things at 10, 10, 10, like I have 4 rose red, when they have a gain of 10, if you right click them, you will get 4 of their product, which means that your plot of 16, if you were to create it, will create an entire stack of whatever product they produce. In the case of the poppies, it's red dye, but in the case of something like these nature seeds, ooh, speaking of, in the case of something like these nature seeds, this will be an entire stack of nature essence from one plot. And there we go. Now we have 10, 10, 10 nature seeds. We're just going to tear this whole thing down, and we're going to replant with these, and we're going to let them spread. Because I'm done. I have the best nature seed I can have. I have no need of the rest of these. I'll check them on the off chance that some of them are better, but I don't think they're going to be because they started from a 111 plant. Now, to speed this along, I can use my magic fertilizer to grow these to mature as they appear, which will definitely be a big speed increase. And I'm going to start doing the same thing with a skeleton seed over there. We're going to take 1 skeleton soul seed. I'm going to set it up on one of these to crossbreed. There we go. And you are no longer necessary. Sweet. Everything is growing. Did you produce cactus for me yet? Sugarcane. Darn. Anyway, I'll be back once the cactus is there. See you soon. Okay, here you can see cactuses in their crossbreeding habitat with the sugarcane and poppy on sand. Now, the great thing, one of my favorite things about AgriCraft is even full grown, these cactuses don't hurt. So I can gather my 4 cactus green out of them. You don't get the actual cactus block from them, sadly, just the cactus green. But now, if I take a look at these in the analyzer, you'll see they came out 10, 10, 10 because both of the parent plants were that level. So we want to make our first cross. We have a handful of seeds at the proper level in here, I think. Hang on, where are my orange? Red tulips, okay. Orange tulips, we're almost there. So the red and the orange tulips. And next time we will definitely get into some mystical seed creation. In fact, I believe that I can use some of what I have already. This plot is going to be reconfigured endlessly as I get things set up to do this. But we're good for the moment. Let me see. What can I do with the allium? These can, with the blue orchids, will become mystical blue flower seeds. So let's set that cross up. And we know that white tulips and daisies will also turn into something. I believe the mystical white flowers. Yep, there you go. White, that's the white tulip and the daisy seeds. Daisies are only used for the whites, so are the white tulips. Okay. The blue orchids will become the blue flower seeds as well as the allium. Okay, so we're not going to have multiple types from... Oop, actually. We're gonna have to... Oh, I didn't want to do that. I want to leave those sugarcane there. Working with a somewhat limited space is, you know, not the greatest, but it's not like it's strictly limited. We have a ton of room here. We just need to put it all into action. So let's see. We're going to set up like that. And then like this. There we are. Because we want to keep the different crosses away from each other to make the best odds of things working. Like you and you. All right, here we go. So we should be seeing some flower seeds come out of these. Between this time and next, I am going to spend some time off camera putting the rest of these together. I'm going to assume that you guys can use NEI to get the rest of the mystical flower seeds together. Ooh, there's my red tulips. Those should be 10, 10, 10. Booyah. So those plus poppies. Good. And I'm not going to bother you with more of that on camera. This episode was all about showing you what you would need to do to catch up your seeds from wherever they happen to be to 10, 10, 10 in a fairly rapid manner. I probably spent, let's see, I started recording a couple of hours ago, so maybe a total of 3 hours invested into this so far. Not a ton of time considering the results that you get. So yeah, that's going to be all the time we have for today, folks. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope you have enjoyed the episode. If so, and you want to see more, remember, you're going to need to interact or watch everything I put out. So here, I mentioned at the end of episode 3, YouTube does weird things with your subscriber feed. Let's talk about that in a little bit more detail before I go. And I'll do a vlog on it as well. Basically, YouTube curates your subscriber feed slightly. You will need to either watch every single video that someone puts out, never skipping a single video, or if you don't want to do that, and I don't ask you guys to do that, and I know that a lot of you don't watch my non-Minecraft stuff or my vlogs or anything like that, though I highly suggest you do if you want news on what's going on in my life and what's happening in the channel news and such. So if you don't watch literally everything I put out, if I put out too many videos that you don't watch, then I will stop showing up in your subscriber feed. Not just those videos, but everything. That My Subscriptions page, YouTube expects that you're going to have a lot of people there you don't watch, and then just kind of quietly stops showing you those people. To prevent that, simply interact with the videos that you do enjoy. Leave a like, leave a comment, and that'll stop happening. By the way, one last game-relevant thing. If you have, for example, nature seeds or potato seeds that you want to spread along an entire area, and you're not worried about what stats, you're not like trying to increase their stats, don't start at a corner, start somewhere in the middle. They will have they will grow and cover the entire field a lot faster. All right, that's everything for today, folks. Thank you very much. Next time, I will have a bunch of the mystic flowers ready. Do I have any to show you before I go? Nope, just poppy seeds. Darn. So, yeah. See you next time.